Dennis for Edinburgh Festivals magazine. Thank you very much.
We've got My Way in the background.
We have got My Way in the background.
That's so apt, isn't it?
I know. We're in this Spiegel Terrace on George Street.
Yeah.
They've shut off the whole street this year.
It's so exciting, you know, to have the Spiegel Terrace here and the tent and the new assembly rooms.
And they're beautiful.
Absolutely stunning. Yeah. Really beautiful, yeah.
Really lovely.
Lovely to work as well. We're in the ballroom with the play Jigsy.
You're in the ballroom with Jigsy, yeah. Which is on at 2:50.
2:50 every day apart from the 13th, yeah.
Apart from the 13th, and you just come off your third show.
Yes, it was we did 2 previews yesterday and Wednesday, and today was our official opening. So it's great. It's, you know, the place is buzzing, and we've had really good reaction from the audiences. So yeah, it's an interesting piece. It's about a comic.
Yes.
Set in a dressing room in 1997 in a working men's club, and he's reflecting on the life, the career that he could have had that he didn't have, although he's successful in his own small little pond.
Yeah, and it's kind of thinking back to the glamorous days.
Yeah, he's looking back at the the career and at the business and the world of comedy. It's also a kind of bit of a social comment on living and growing up in Liverpool. So a lot of reflective stuff on that, working on the docks and having been brought up in Scotland Road, which was a big hub of community that, you know, like every city, those places are disappearing.
Yes. And you're originally from Liverpool yourself?
I am from Liverpool, so playing Jigsy is quite easy, you know. He's like that, and I'm finding myself when I come off stage talking like that all the time. I can't help it. It comes in, you know. So yeah, it's my accent's getting stronger.
And he's looking back. Is it at all sad?
It's emotive, yeah, because, you know, there are stories about things that have happened. There's a story about a tragedy that happened in Liverpool. I won't give away, but, you know, funnily enough, it's a story that people even in Liverpool, when I talk to them about, they go, "Oh, we didn't know about that," and it's a really fascinating story about something that happened after the First World War, and there are sad moments, there are reflective moments. It's kind of death of a salesman meets live comedy, you know.
Yeah, so it is live.
And I'm getting a bit of, our survey says. It's like comedy Tourette's. See, they can't expect it. We're just in the middle of an interview. We're on telly. All right, okay. Cheers. It's okay. That's Edinburgh for you.
That is Edinburgh for you.
Yeah.
So, what was I saying? So Tony Stavaker has written this play, and it's new.
It is a new play. It's the world premiere. Yeah. Basically, Tony Stavaker talked to a comic that I used to know years ago called Jackie Hamilton, a Liverpool comic. He's the kind of template for Jigsy.
I was going to say, who was it? Who was they based on
this guy, Jackie Hamilton, who was a very funny man, a Liverpool comedian who never really got out of his own parish. You know, he was a local hero, and he's kind of in this play he's last man standing, and it's you know, it's at the end of that era of the working men's club comedian. You know, he was very successful. Every city has them. Every city has comics who are big in their area but don't necessarily travel. So he's reflecting on all that, and as I say, Jackie is the template. It was a very funny comedian. If you Google him, Jackie Hamilton, then you can see him still. You know, he didn't do a lot. But he's not around. He's not with us anymore. So, but this is with his family's blessing. They realise it's not his story, although there were a lot of the stories that Tony talked to him about. So he was a really funny, like I say, a local hero. And
when Tony was writing the character, obviously he had who he was basing it on. But did he write it for you yourself, do you think?
He wrote the play and he sent it to Alan Bennett, who sent him a lovely... Alan Bennett writes on a very old-fashioned typewriter, and he showed me this brilliant letter of him, you know, praising Jigsy and saying what a good play it is. And he said, but you're going to find it hard to find the right actor, because you've got to find an actor who's a comic, who's a Liverpool comic. So Tony came to me. I was working the Birmingham rep with another play, Neville's Island, by Tim Firth at that time, and he came with me and he said, what do you think of this? And I loved it. But this is 10 years ago, and it was one of those things we kept saying, we'll do one day, we'll do one day. we didn't have the time. And then last year he said, what about now? And I thought, well, got to do it, got to do it.
And what a great place to be.
Great place to bring a new play by a brilliant writer.
Absolutely. So you've been to Edinburgh before.
Yes.
And you've been with other people, but it was Assembly before, wasn't it?
It was one of the Assembly rooms, but it was the church down.
Oh yes, St George's West.
Yes,
yeah.
St George's West, and that was a play called Certified Male. And before that, I came and I was at the Pleasance at the Grand with Marlon Brando's Corset. So I love it. But I haven't been up for 5 years, so I know it's exactly 5 years because Claire, my wife, and I found out that that she was pregnant with our daughter Eleanor, and she's 4.5 now. So this place has got a lot of special memories for me, for us.
Oh, good. Okay. Well, thank you very much.
Cheers,
I hope
Daisy.
that Jigsy goes brilliantly.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
And so Jigsy's again is on Assembly Rooms.
$2.50 every day in the ballroom. Come and see Jigsy. You'll have a laugh, and you might have a cry as well.